Hey guys, Fhraelaok here with a general update. Today is August 31st of 2011, and I just wanted to go over a few things in general. I've been putting up an update vlog about my college every single day, since 3 or 4 days prior to my college courses actually starting. So if you're interested in that, and basically hearing about my day as college and the time around that is going, then be sure to check out my college vlog videos daily. As I stated in my college vlog, I wanted to come out with the general update video because I wanted to talk about more than just college, and it didn't seem very fitting to talk about it in that video. So here it is. Now first off, I want to talk to you about Minecraft. I'm going to go from the least important to the most important, or the smallest amount of information to the largest. When it comes to Minecraft, I just haven't been working on it. I have not logged into Minecraft. I have not played it. I have not done anything with it. I do keep updated on any information there is about it, but that is it. I do want to get back into it, but it's just not a priority right now. Taking a break from it's probably going to be for the best. Second up, another game I'm playing, Dragon Nest. You probably saw a couple videos on my channel from it. Hopefully you did. If you didn't, please check them out if you're interested in what that is. And I'm just going to give you a quick update of what's going on with that. I have been occasionally working on my warrior. He is now a level 18, max level currently being 24. He is a swordsman now. And I recently started with Bribarian on there, and he made a sorceress, and I made a cleric. His name is Zerna, mine is Staron. Anyway, we're also on the Elena server, so all characters in the same server. And right now, I believe we are level 11, and we work on that Thursday through Sunday when we get a chance to. So it doesn't level very fast, but it's still a fair pace. So that is Dragon Nest. Next up is WoW, good old World of Warcraft. First off, let me tell you what's going on with a combination of what's going on with the guild and my raiding plans. I really do like to raid, and I would really like to get a chance to experience more of Firelands. Currently, right now, I have down 0 bosses in Firelands, and that is just not the type of player I am, to not even down at least 1 boss in a raid. Now, that raid has 7 bosses, and I was hoping by now I would at least have a couple down. I was honestly expecting that by now I would have cleared it on normal and be working on heroic modes. If I had been working hard enough on it back when I was on my Peli, and my Paladin tank, and actually focusing hard on raiding, I may be capable of doing that now. But unfortunately, I stopped playing for a while, and that really just tossed me way back on the bandwagon, and, I'll never be able to jump off of it when I need to. So with that in mind, I wanted to work on my guild and on Dragons of Abyss there, and get it up and running so that we could raid. However, competition is very strong with recruitment, and it is darn near impossible to even get 1 new recruit, especially when it comes to getting somebody capable of higher-end raiding, or even starting out raiding. It is just a difficult process. So, understanding that, I am not working too hard on recruitment. So those of you who might have been interested, sorry, I'm just not getting very much interest. It's still going to be there, and I'm not going to just leave it to nobody. It is always going to be there. I'm always going to have a major tune in it, I promise. But right now, for sake of my tiny schedule I am still looking for a raiding guild for my shaman primarily. I'm willing to go on my paladin, but I would prefer my shaman. Now, he is elemental, and that's pretty much the spec he is going to stay. And he's item level 362, equipped right now, and I would honestly like to find a weekend raiding guild. It's probably going to be impossible, but I am shooting for that, and I am going to keep searching. So that's what's going on with the guild and what I want to do with raiding. Next up, I kind of want to continue on this raiding idea, but talk about 4.3 and future plans that they have of the raid finder. Right now, we already have a raid finder, but it's not much of one. Nobody really uses it. I haven't seen anybody use it in a long time. I hardly saw anybody use it in Wrath of the Lich King. But what they want to do is make it just like the Dungeon Finder. Now, there's upsides and downsides to this. Upsides is it makes raids a little more accessible to people, or to alts, or to people who maybe don't know very many people on their server. I don't know if it would just be server-wide. I would assume that it would be on battle groups, and just like the Dungeon Finder is. But it would be the Raid Finder. And it would have to, group up like 2 tanks, 3 healers, and 5 DPS. Or I suppose you could do it for 25-man. Get probably, 3 tanks? Maybe 6 healers, and 16 DPS? Something like that, if I did my math right. I don't think I did my math right. No, I did my math right. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is, it would have to do something like that. And maybe it would be to where, because you have to have a leader too, right? And possible event or something, but we could probably just start using the in-game voice chat for that type of stuff, which I think would be very useful. And since I don't want to buy event, so I think it's a good idea to get back into that. Maybe they make it a better service, make it more of a built-in client. I don't know. But on top of that, maybe because you need a leader, you have to actually queue in with a group, or queue in as a leader. And then that's how you find a group, and they have to group you up with leaders. I don't know. I really don't know how that would work. It would essentially be like you can't run a heroic without a tank, so you have to wait forever to find a tank. It would be you have to wait, hours and hours to find a raid leader? I'm assuming that's how it would eventually go. But maybe not. There has been the talk of adding in another difficulty setting of basically easy. An entry-level raid setting to where even if you do it kind of wrong, you can still down the boss. And loot wouldn't be quite as good, most likely, but it would still be decent enough to probably get you into harder raiding, and it still gives at least more casual people, or people who just can't find a guild or a consistent raiding team, or their schedule is hectic, to actually allow them to raid. I think that's an excellent idea, especially after playing Dragon Nest. I definitely understand and see the need for different difficulties of dungeons. Doing it on an easy setting, or the normal setting, or heroic setting is fantastic. I think that would definitely be a starter to start adding in more difficulties. Could they do that for regular dungeons? Maybe they could add a harder than heroic one, like an epic dungeon, or as Dragon Nest does, an Abyss dungeon, or, some cool name. I don't really know what they could use. But basically, it would be a harder dungeon. Maybe you need to have already done it on heroic in order to unlock that, or maybe you need to even do the raids on easy in order to unlock normal now. So you have 3 things. That way, basically, it makes you do the 3 different, mini tiers of the same tier. Difficulties of the same tier before you're done with that tier, instead of the 2 that they already have, normal and heroic. I don't know, but I think it's a good idea, and I really would love to see them add that in the new expansion, so that they actually have something that the Raid Finder is going to do, is allow you into easy dungeons. It'll probably be the only thing it would allow you into. That way you're capable of doing it with or without a leader. You just kind of have to have the basic concepts, which means you don't have to research the fight outside of the game. You just look at the new dungeon journal, and you have the information right there. So it seems like that's what they're leaning towards doing. I would love to see it. Even if they just gave you better blues. So for example, right now, if they gave you like 353 blues, I know there's some epics that are that level, or maybe just 353 epics. They're not quite 359 epics from normal raids, and they're not, 371 from heroic raids, but they are rather still very important pieces that could help complete a set. Now, I would assume that they'd also make that on a different lockout. Just as they used to have normal and heroic on a different lockout, maybe they would make that again a different lockout. Just remember, guys, Blizzard is always experimenting with new things. Every expansion definitely brings in a new idea, and they always test it, and then they actually try it with people and see how the general public likes it. And Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's horrible, sometimes there's just complete mixed feelings, and it's, oh, it's good, but it's bad, but it's good, but it's bad. Or, it is what it is, it works, whatever. I don't hate it, I don't like it, it is, I'll use it because it's there. But I wouldn't go out of my way to use it, and I certainly won't go out of my way not to. So, I really think it's a good idea. For those of you who play WoW and watch my videos and, are kind of thinking about what this raid finder is all about, what are your opinions on it? Do you think they'll introduce easy dungeons? Do you think, or, easy raids? And I'm not saying, normal raids are just going to get nerfed and be really easy. I'm saying another entire new difficulty level. Basically easier than normal. So, let me know what you guys think about that, and if you think the raid finder is a good idea. A lot of people think that the looking for group dungeon finder should be taken out already, and I really don't think it should, mainly because it makes finding groups a little bit faster. Sure, you don't get the community and you don't get to meet people on your server, but on the bright side, you do get to get your dungeons done. So that's about it, guys. That is my Minecraft Dragon Nest WoW and College update. And I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, if you do want to hear about my college days, and this is every day, even days I might not have school, which are the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, then be sure to check out my college vlog videos. They're quite obvious. There is a playlist for them just on my channel, and it is every day. Alright guys, please be sure to thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in another video very soon.